I push the heavy glass door open. The stale air of the laundromat hits me. I walk towards the back row of machines. The dryer waits for me. Its steady hum fills the empty space. I know the sound. It is a constant drone. My clothes tumble inside. I see them through the thick glass. A blue shirt, a gray sock. They spin endlessly. They have been spinning for too long. I remember starting this load. It was 3 days ago by my watch. The drum turns, turns, turns. The clothes shift. They are dry. They must be. I touch the glass. It is warm, vibrating. The hum feels deeper now. It vibrates in my chest. This is not right. The machine never stops. I check my phone for the time. Days have passed. The clothes continue their slow revolution. A cold unease spreads through me. The hum is louder than before. It has changed. I step closer to the humming dryer. The sound of tumbling clothes fills my ears, a rhythmic thumping that never stops. I reach for the heavy door handle, expecting it to click open with a familiar give. My fingers wrap around the cold metal. I pull. The door does not budge. I pull harder, my knuckles blanching white. It is locked. This dryer has no coin mechanism. There is no lock visible. Don't try to open it. A low voice cuts through the spin cycle. Elias stands behind me, his eyes fixed on the machine. He usually works the late shift. His presence here is odd. It's been running for days, I tell him. My voice sounds small. Elias shakes his head slowly. Just part of the cycle, Tvero. His voice is flat, devoid of usual humor. He walks past me, disappearing into the back room without another word. I watch the empty doorway for a moment. A glint of metal catches my eye. On top of the dryer, lying flat, is a small brass key. It wasn't there before. I pick it up. The key feels impossibly cold against my palm. The metal is smooth, worn. My hand closes around the dryer's polished handle. I pull hard, twisting the brass knob with all my strength. It does not budge. A low, internal thrum vibrates up my arm from the metal. I grunt, pulling again, my shoulders tightening with the effort. The handle feels unnaturally hot, a constant tremor against my palm. Then, a sharp, stinging jolt erupts through my fingers. My grip instantly loosens. My hand slips off the resistant handle, scraping against the rough metal casing. A gasp escapes me. Pain flares across my palm, a burning static shock. It feels deliberate. I stare at the impassive machine. It actively resists me. Elias's warning echoes in my memory, his voice raspy. Some things just don't want to be touched, Tvero. The dryer continues its low, insistent hum. The wet clothes endlessly tumble within. I rub my tingling, reddened hand. Frustration hardens into a cold, knotting tension. This is ridiculous. I need my laundry. I reach into my pocket, fingers seeking the brass key. Its smooth, cold surface offers brief comfort. As I pull it free, the key abruptly feels heavier. Its balance shifts within my palm, a subtle internal realignment, like something settling inside. It feels colder now, almost radiating a quiet hum. The key seems to vibrate, mirroring the dryer's thrum. My skin crawls. The key tugs slightly, a small, insistent pull towards the glowing red display of the unresponsive machine. Almost a magnetic draw. My back presses hard into the cold tile wall. I pull away from the dryer, one step at a time. The low, steady hum immediately changes. It deepens, a palpable thrum against the floor. It grows in volume. The sound shifts, a low, guttural growl now. It feels like a vibration in my chest. The noise follows my retreat. My eyes scan the gleaming chrome of a nearby washing machine. A reflection catches me. It is my face, stretched and smeared. My features are pulled wide, distorted. Then Elias appears beside me in the warped metal. His shape is barely human. He is just a swirling dark shadow, a vague outline within the twisted chrome. The dryer's hum pulses harder. It feels like a quickening, unnatural heartbeat. My fingers instinctively curl around the brass key in my right pocket. It feels cold. Then a faint vibration starts. It shudders against my palm. The key feels unstable. It buzzes, a low, continuous tremor. The dryer's internal spin quickens, defying its earlier speed. The sound grows louder still. It becomes a roaring presence. My head aches from the pressure. This place is not just broken, it is actively aware. It is responding to me. The chrome surface ripples again. My distorted reflection stretches further. Elias's shadow grows long, thin. He twists, impossibly. My fear sharpens. The air itself feels dense, heavy. The entire room feels unstable. My fingers brush against a stray sock. It lies discarded near the base of the endlessly spinning dryer. I reach down, my intention clear. Discard it. Remove the small imperfection. A soft, metallic click sounds from the dryer door. My head snaps up. The door, previously sealed, unlatches by a fraction of an inch. A faint gust of warm, stale air escapes. Then, with a concussive boom, it slams shut again. The entire machine vibrates violently, rattling the concrete floor. The sound, sharp and deafening, reverberates through the empty room. My heart pounds against my ribs. An undeniable urge grips me. My gaze pulls towards the high shelf, stacked with colorful detergent bottles. They stand unevenly, a minor disarray. I need to fix them. My hand moves without conscious thought. It selects the orange bottle, then the green, then the white. I begin arranging them, precisely, by size and shade. The compulsion is absolute. I cannot resist. My pocket feels a strange weight. I touch the brass key there. Its familiar ridges are gone. It feels utterly smooth, polished beyond reason. Panic, cold and sharp, spreads through my veins. This place is not just watching. It is inside me, orchestrating my very actions. My will is eroding. I am a puppet. My fingers close around a loose silver button. I step toward an idle washing machine, a cold, indifferent slab of metal. I open its wide, dark drum. This is my next test. I toss the button inside. It clatters softly against the steel. The machine makes no sound, no hum of activity. My experiment appears to fail. Then, the floor beneath me groans. It's a deep, grinding sound from the building's very core. Tiny cracks spiderweb across the linoleum tiles. They spread, then deepen. The floor starts to heave, pushing upward. It ripples like liquid stone. Tiles around my feet warp and buckle, creating uneven peaks. The entire laundromat shudders violently. The concrete walls seem to undulate. My balance shifts. The air thickens with dust. This place is alive. It responds to my prodding. It punishes my curiosity. My hand instinctively checks my pocket for the brass key. I pull it out. The key feels profoundly wrong. It has no weight at all. My fingers register nothing. A void where solid mass should be. It should be heavy, cold metal. Instead, it drifts in my open palm, an impossible feather. It barely touches my skin. It floats, weightless. My mind struggles to connect. Reality bends. Logic breaks. Dread consumes me. My gaze locks onto the dryer's relentless spin. I press my forehead against the cold, vibrating glass. Inside, the objects are no longer clothes. They are pale, gelatinous forms, stretching and contracting. Each rotation distorts them further. They pulsate with a faint, sickening glow. The dryer drum has fused. It bends inward, melting into the metal casing itself. This forms a continuous, impossible tunnel. It spins forever. The center pulls at my eyes. I can feel my own mind struggling to process this. My thoughts snag. Logic dissolves. The loud hum is not sound anymore. It is pressure. It vibrates through my teeth. I clutch the brass key in my right hand. It is burning hot against my palm. The metal is no longer solid. It feels soft. The edges of the key blur. They begin to sink into my skin. My fingers tense. I try to pull the key free. My muscles resist my command. The brass is merging with my flesh. My hand feels numb. A cold tingling spreads up my arm. The laundromat walls shift. They breathe slowly. The fluorescent lights flicker erratically, leaving phantom trails across the industrial ceiling. The tile floor buckles. It rises and falls like a disturbed ocean. My head swims. The air thickens. It tastes metallic and sweet. The key is now fully part of my hand. I stare at it. I stare at my new skin. My eyes sting from the fluorescent flickers. The overhead light strobes, cutting the room into sharp, frantic frames. A low grinding hum deepens, then vanishes completely. The dryers groan in unison. Their sound warps, stretching thin like old tape. I step forward, reaching for the spinning machine. My hand passes through the warm metal. It leaves a faint ripple in the air. The brass key beneath my skin throbs violently now. It pushes outward, a hot, rhythmic pulse against my arm. I see myself standing by the next dryer. My other self, identical, stares at the spinning clothes. Then a third Tvero appears near the door. He points an accusatory finger at the same dryer. His mouth opens wide, but no sound emerges from his lips. The clothes inside the glass tumble. They are no longer fabric. They are dark, wet, amorphous shapes. They turn slowly, with unnatural precision. Each fold, each deepening shadow, forms a distinct, unblinking eye. Dozens of eyes stare directly out at me. They follow my every subtle movement. They are actively watching. The room shifts again, shuddering. Time jumps forward, then snaps back. The dry air turns instantly thick and cold around me. I cannot move my feet from the tiled floor. I can only feel the key burning beneath my skin. It forces me to watch. My hands clench. A low growl escapes my throat. This isn't real. I refuse their silent rules. I push against the spinning drum. My defiance pulses. The metal groans, then shimmers. A ripple spreads across its scarred surface. A sharp, searing pain flares in my arm. My skin feels suddenly alien. It pulls, loose and thin. My fingers stretch, longer now, disturbingly slender. They are definitely not mine. This body is changing. I stumble back, gasping. I need to see. A shallow puddle of murky water lies on the floor. It reflects the harsh ceiling lights. I lean closer, my breath catching in my chest. The face, looking back, is utterly wrong. It has my eyes, yes, but the jaw is too wide. The nose is flat, almost recessed. The skin sags unnaturally. It is a grotesque, mocking parody of my features. It looks like a mimic. My mind screams a silent, hollow sound. A voice whispers my own name. It is my voice, distorted, yet it isn't truly mine. The floor blurs beneath my feet. The colors shift, twisting into abstract, swirling patterns. My form feels fluid. I am dissolving. I know it now. This is the end of me. My thoughts scatter like dust. They are no longer just mine. The machines hum louder. They are winning. My hand rests on the warm, drier surface. I trace the condensation with a new awareness. The name, Tvero, means nothing. It is a whisper from another time. I am not that person anymore. I am the hum in the vents. I am the turning of the drum. This understanding is absolute. I know the cycle's rule. I must keep the spinning. A faint heat radiates from my palm. It is not my warmth. It is the machine's memory, lingering. My gaze drifts. The dryer door now bears an etching, a brass key design, intricate and precise. It was not there before. Now it feels complete. It is a permanent mark. It is my mark. This key unlocks nothing. It signifies everything. I am an extension of this place. My consciousness blends with its perpetual motion. There is no escape. There is only continuation. The clouds tumble. They will always tumble. I ensure it. I am the endless cycle. The laundromat is all.